Hey there! Welcome to our English lesson. You're watching Interklас. Get ready to study something new and interesting. So, shall we begin?
Інтерклас.
We continue speaking about recreation time, and today we will touch movies and their history and, of course, genres. All people love to watch movies from time to time. Movies of various sorts like comedies, actions, war, fiction, drama and documentary. By watching movies, we can get to relax from our daily activities. Apart from this, I believe, movies allow us to experience the life that we may never have by placing us in the shoes of the characters. So let's start with the history of the first moving picture. Watch attentively.
In 1878, the businessman and racehorse owner Leland Stanford was debating with his friends about whether or not all four hooves of a horse were off the ground during a gallop. Leland met a prominent photographer called Edward Muybridge and asked him to settle the debate once and for all using photographs. Muybridge set up 12 cameras along the edge of a racetrack in a line to get 12 different pictures of one stride of a gallop. Turns out that at every stride, all four hooves of a horse actually are in the air for a split second. But Muybridge had stumbled on one very important discovery. If you took many photographs of one image taken very quickly one after the other and put them together, you get a moving image. Edward Muybridge was also an inventor. He had come up with a machine called the zoopraxiscope. This marvelous invention had a viewfinder that peeped into a light box. Inside this light box was a disc that spun around. When Muybridge took the images of the horse and put them in the zoopraxiscope, he saw the horse galloping continuously. With this experiment, he became the father of the moving picture. The very next year, Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, set his company photographer William Dickinson the task of creating a machine that could take the idea of moving silhouettes to real images. What William Dickinson came up with at Edison Labs was revolutionary: the kinetoscope. He also invented flexible reels of negatives which could be fed into the kinetoscope. Although the kinetoscope was a revolutionary idea, only one person was able to view the image at once. A German named Ottomar Anschutz discovered how to project this image so that a group of people could all enjoy the same image together. When the French brothers Auguste and Louis Lumière got a hold of the two ideas, they merged them into what became the cinema. By then, advances in photography had reached the point that cameras could record up to 24 frames per second, which closely resembled how the eye sees motion. Technology has come a long way since then, but whether you're watching something in 3D or high definition, it all began with a horse galloping. Find a digital camera and ask your friend to complete one action extremely slowly. Try and get at least 30 pictures of this one action. Put it into your computer and flip through them. What do you get?
Інтерклас.
There are many film genres. In the next video presentation, you will learn how to distinguish them. Get ready? Action films usually include high energy, big-budget physical stunts and chases, possibly with rescues, battles, and fights. Adventure films are usually exciting stories with new experiences or exotic locals. They can include searches or expeditions for lost continents, jungle and desert, epics, treasure hunts. Comedies are light-hearted films designed to amuse and provoke laughter by exaggerating the situation, the language, action, relationship and character. Historical films often take a historical or imagined event, mythic, legendary or heroic figure, and add an extravagant setting and costumes. Sci-fi films are filled with heroes, aliens, distant planets, impossible quests, improbable settings, fantastic places, futuristic technology, and extraordinary monsters. Fantasy films are films that belong to the fantasy genre with fantastic themes, usually involving magic, supernatural events, mythology, folklore, or exotic fantasy worlds.
We're canceling all regular formats. All regular formats canceled.
Thriller uses suspense, tension, and excitement. Thrillers heavily stimulate the viewer's moods, giving them surprise, anxiety, and terror. Horror films are designed to frighten and invoke our hidden worst fears, often in a terrifying, shocking finale, while captivating and entertaining us at the same time. A drama film is a film genre that depends mostly on an in-depth development of realistic characters dealing with emotional themes. The musical film is a film genre in which songs sung by the characters are interwoven into the narrative, sometimes accompanied by dancing.
Interklас.
Now check yourself. Can you guess the film genre correctly?
My God.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, have fun and see you next time.
Interklас.
Hi everyone, this is Teen Time with Interklас. My name is Alexey and today we are going to boost your English vocabulary, including phrasal verbs. And moreover, you will enhance your knowledge about one of the biggest countries in the world with picturesque nature, the maple leaf on the flag, and the land where people speak English and French. Of course, you have guessed, this country is called Canada. To check what you have learned, you are going to do a quiz about Canada. So, let's get started.
Інтерклас.
This country is a land of beautiful nature, stunning views and rich people. Canada is always number one to attract tourists from all over the world. To understand this country better, I will read one comment about Canada. It's very simple. People say it's wonderful. Do you want to know more? So watch the following video presentation and you will get to know about the provinces, its capital, why is the Queen important for Canada, the languages people speak in this country too. So we will be talking about Canada. Canada is a large country with expansive land and many cities and towns and cultures. It is the world's second largest country. It is relatively young as a country. However, the country being formed formally only in 1867. There are 10 Canadian provinces and 3 territories that together make up the country. The origin of the name Canada comes from the expedition of explorer Jacques Cartier up the St. Lawrence River in 1535. The Iroquois pointing out the route to the village of Stadacona, the future site of Quebec City, used the word Canada, the Huron Iroquois word for village. Now you just can try to take a look at different provinces and territories of Canada. British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario and Quebec are very popular with tourists. The maple tree in some variant grows natively in every province of Canada. The red maple leaf on the flag is a generic maple leaf with 11 points. They represent the 10 provinces and 1 point for the territories. The red maple leaf was adopted as official symbol of Canada in 1965 when current flag was adopted. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. It stands on the south bank of the Ottawa River. The word Ottawa is derived from Odawa, referring to the indigenous people that used the river. The Official Language Act is a Canadian law that came into force on September 9, 1969, which gives English and French equal status in the government of Canada.
Інтерклас.
Okay, you know some information about Canada. In the following video you will answer the following questions. What is the capital of Canada? How many provinces and territories are there in this country? What are official languages in Canada? So, do your best. And now, you try a new quiz. What is the size of Canada? The largest country, the second largest country, the third largest country, or the fourth largest country? So, actually the right variant is Canada is the second largest country in the world. Okay, let's go ahead. Question 2. What do points on the maple leaf symbolize? Rivers, forests, provinces, or big cities? Actually, 11 points on the maple leaf symbolize 10 provinces and territories. So, next question. What is the capital of Canada? Ottawa, Toronto, Quebec, or Washington? Yeah, you are right if you say Ottawa. Actually, Ottawa is the capital of Canada. So, let's take a look at the following question. How many provinces are there in Canada? 5, 8, 10, or 11? You remember that Canada has 10 provinces.
Interklас.
So, you agree that Canada is a good country to visit. So, let's go ahead and try to understand some important verbs in English. They are called phrasal verbs. Today you are going to try some phrasal verbs such as make up, make of, make for, and again a new verb, make up. So be attentive and watch the following video presentation attentively. And now we have to take a look at phrasal verbs in English. Today we are going to take a look at the verb make. Sometimes you can say make out or make for, make of, make up, and again you can say make up. Now let's try to look closer at these phrasal verbs. Make out, just be able to hear, read or see something. For example, the professor spoke so quickly that students could hardly make out what he was saying. If you can make out the billboard from such a distance, you really have excellent vision. Make for. Make for is used to say that you go on the direction of. For example, he got up and made for the exit. When he came into the room, he made straight for the window. Make of. Think of something or have an opinion about something. You just try to take a look. Here's a complete mystery to his friends. They don't know what to make of him. What do you make of his new girlfriend? Make up. To say or write something that is not true, to invent a story. It wasn't true at all, they just made it up. I told him I couldn't go and made up an excuse. And again, you can use make up for the second meaning. Can also mean to forgive someone and become friendly with again after an argument. The first meaning of make up is also possible. They had a huge argument but made up later. So now you have a picture quiz. You look at the picture and try to predict which phrasal verb is possible to use. Here you can use make for. So here you can use make of. This picture is about make up, and this one is also make up.
Interklас.
Okay, you have done a lot of work today. You have some information about Canada, its capital, provinces and territories, languages, and you know what a maple leaf symbolizes. You enhance your knowledge about phrasal verbs. Actually, you know a lot. Have successful English classes. Take care and goodbye.